Good day, students. Welcome to our class. Our subject is Empowerment Technology, and I am your teacher, Sir Val Remperas. So let's start our lesson. Okay, so Empowerment Technology. Lesson 1, Introduction to ICT. So our lesson objectives are: improves your knowledge on how ICT affects your everyday lives and the state of our nation. Compare and contrast the difference between online platforms, sites, and content. Understand the future of World Wide Web through Web 3.0. Learn the differences in ICT and use them to their advantage. So, let's begin. ICT, or Information and Communication Technology, deals with the use of different communication technologies such as mobile phones, telephone, etc. to locate, save, send, and edit information. So, for example, when we make a video call, we use the internet. Another example is when we use our cell phones, texting our families and friends. So that is considered an example of ICT. No? We are receiving and sending information, and that information is our way of communicating to our families, and we are using technology which is the cellular phone. So that is information and communication technology. Okay, so some facts about ICT in the Philippines. So number 1, Philippines is considered as the ICT hub of Asia. Why? Huge growth of ICT-related jobs around the country, one of which is call center or BPO, Business Process Outsourcing Center. So, ICT hub of Asia ta, kay daghan call center sa atong nasod. Another facts about ICT in the Philippines, according to 2013 edition of Measuring and Information Society by the International Telecommunication Union, there are 106.8 cell phones per 100 Filipinos in the year 2012. So, mas daghan pa ang cellphones kaysa sa Pilipino in the year 2012. Okay, next. Another facts about ICT in the Philippines is, in the data gathered by the Annual Survey of Philippine Business Industries, in 2010, the ICT industry shares 19.3% of the total employment population. So, almost 20%, no? And sa employment population ay nasa ICT industries. Okay, next. Okay, Time Magazine declared Makati City, Philippines, ranked number 1 as the selfiest cities around the world, and ranked 9 is Cebu City. So, pamatuod ni na ang mga Pinoy or kita mga Filipino hilig ta kayo mag-selfie. So, pinangana pa. Morning. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so World Wide Web, or the WWW. So when WWW or World Wide Web was invented, most web pages were static. Static, also known as flat page or stationary, in the same that the page is as is and cannot be manipulated by the user. This referred to as Web 1.0. So, for example, there are websites, no, in the past, and that these websites are static or stationary, which means we cannot manipulate it. We can only open it, browse it, and go to their pages, but we cannot do anything more, no? So, if that website is static or stationary or a flat page, that is referred to as Web 1.0. Okay, so let's proceed. Web 2.0. So Web 2.0 allows the user to interact with the page known as dynamic page. Instead of just reading a page, the user may be able to comment or create a user account. Dynamic page refers to the web pages that are affected by user input or preference. So, karon panahon na, mas daghan na ang website, no, na dynamic. So, considered na siya Web 2.0. For example, social networking sites or websites na ma-manipulate na to. So, one example of that application is Facebook. So we can manipulate Facebook, no? We can sign up an account in Facebook, we can log in, and put our own profile pic, we can edit our own timeline background, then we can manipulate it, no? So we can post, we can upload, and we can comment, like, and share. Okay. Next, so examples of Web 2.0. One, social networking sites. As what I have said, Facebook is an example of social networking site. Blogs, wikis, and video sharing sites. The best example of this is YouTube. So you can, YouTube is dynamic because we can upload, we can share, we can comment, and we can like it. And we can also download it. Okay. So, key features of Web 2.0. No? So, iniha, Web 1.0, mulaog ka ng basic pa lang, no, ng mga website. So, mga yung mga primero sa una ng mga websites na dili kayo ma-manipulate sa tao. Then, karon panahon na is Web 2.0 na. Ang itawag na siyang dynamic page. Kay ma-manipulate na sa mga tao. So, anong ma-manipulate sa tao tungod kay na yung mga key features ang Web 2.0 na wala sa Web 1.0. Number one of this is Folksonomy. Allows user to categorize and classify, arrange information using freely chosen keywords. Example is tagging. Popular social networking sites such as Twitter, Instagram, etc. use tags that start with a £sign or hashtag. So, mauna yung mabuhat na ito sa Web 2.0 na murag dili na ito mabuhat sa Web 1.0. So next, rich user interface. So another key feature of Web 2.0 is rich user interface. Content is dynamic and responsive to users' input. An example would be a website that shows local content. In the case of social networking sites, when logged on, your account is used to modify what you see in their website. So rich user interface or experience. So an example of this is, once again, Facebook. So when we log on to Facebook and we have our own account, we can manipulate it to make it personalized to us. No? So the interface of Facebook is different in terms of the account owners. No? So for me, I have my own profile pic in my own Facebook account, and you also have your own profile pic and timeline background. So our interface is based on our personal touch. Okay, so that is one of the key features of Web 2.0 that is very nice, no? Because it is engaging. So ma-personalize na to ang ato ang mga account if naana sila sa Web 2.0, no? Dili man tanan pero kasagaran na karon. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram o uban pa. User participation. The owner of the website is not the only one who is able to put content. Others are able to place a content on their own by means of comment, reviews, and evaluation. So, once again, our example is Facebook. So, the owner of Facebook is Mark Zuckerberg, but mean that Mark is the only one putting content in Facebook. All of us who have an account in Facebook have the capacity, no, to put content like comments and reviews, likes, and we can share, we can download, we can upload anything. So another key feature of Web 2.0 is user participation. Maka-participate ang user para makabutang og mga content, makabutang og mga comment o mga reviews o uban pa. Okay, so let's proceed. Okay, so long tail. Services are offered on demand rather than one-time purchase. This is synonymous to subscribing to a data plan that charges you for the amount of time you spend on internet, or data plan that charges you for the amount of bandwidth you use. So another key feature of Web 2.0 is long tail. Website or application in Web 2.0 are free. Services are offered on demand rather than on one-time purchase. So kung demand, kung ano saan mo gamiton, kinahanglan magpa-load ka, no? Dili kay tungod palito nimo ang Facebook application, automatic na makagamit pirmi og Facebook bisag wala kay internet connection, dili na mao. So mao nay pasabot sa long tail. Okay, so medyo taas-taas na, tapos na ito gamay kay mo taas ang atong video. Okay, so Web 3.0, but before that there are additional features of the Web 2.0. Number 5 is software as services. Users will be subscribed to a software and only when needed rather than purchasing them. Okay, so mao lagi ito giingon ako, no, na murag sumpay ra ni sa long tail na kung kanus alang nimo need or kanus ani mo demand ang mga application na or website, ay hara ka kinahanglan mag-need og internet connection or uban pa. Dili siya kanang paliton niya automatic na naa na permi magamit na nimo anytime. Okay. So the number 6 is mass participation. Maura po ni sa user participation, ano? Diverse information sharing through universal web access. Okay. So we are finished with Web 1.0, which is static or stationary or flat page that the user cannot manipulate its content. Then we have finished Web 2.0, which is considered as dynamic page that we can manipulate. And now we are here at Web 3.0, or the semantic web. Semantic web is a movement led by the World Wide Web Consortium. The semantic web provides a framework that allows data to be shared and reused to deliver web content specifically targeting users. Okay, so wala pa kayo ni semantic web ron. So Web 3.0 is yet to be fully realized because of several problems: compatibility, security, vastness, vagueness, and logic. So, okay, let's proceed now to trends in ICT. So, number one trend in ICT is convergence. So, what is convergence? Convergence is the synergy of technological advancement to work on a similar goal or task. For example, beside using your personal computer to create Word documents, you can now use your smartphone. Okay, so that is the meaning of convergence. Nag-converge no na tanan ang mga technology. So kung sa'y mabuhat na to sa laptop, pwede na po na to mabuhat sa cellphone. No? Ang mga files na to pwede na ma-sync, no? So kung sa'y mga files na to na sa laptop, kung na-sync na siya sa imong cellphone, ma-access na nimo sa imong cellphone pod. So marag synergy. Parehas ang akong gibuhat ron. Nagamit ko og action camera na while gi-videohan ako akong gagalingon, tapos ginagamit po ko cellphone while gi-videohan po na ako ang PowerPoint presentation sa laptop. So nag-converge no ang mga gadgets. Okay, so that is convergence. So kumbaga nagsanib puwersa, nag-bolt in no ang technology rong panahon na. Okay, so dili lang kay laptop o cellphone, hanap po ang tablet, hanap po ang mga smartwatch, then hanap po ang mga smart TV, no? So kung na kay smartphone, din na po kay smart TV, magamit man nimo ang smart TV para kung unsay imong gitan-aw sa smartphone, mogawas ra pud sa smart TV. So man ay pasabot of convergence. Okay, next. Trends in ICT. Okay, number 2 ito. Kani mo sikatan or kinagamitan gayon na trend sa ICT. So number 2 trend in ICT is what we call the social media. Social media is a website application or online channel that enables web users to create, co-create, discuss, modify, and exchange user-generated content. Okay, so naanata kamong mga millennial or kitang mga millennial naanata sa world of social media. Okay, so what are these social media? So let's proceed. There are 6 types of social media. Number 1 is the social network or social networking sites. So these are sites that allow you to connect with other people with the same interest or background. Once the user creates his or her account, he can set up a profile, add people, share content, and etc. An example is Facebook and Google+. So, daghan, no? Mao dyan pinakasikat kayo na types of social media, ang social network. Next, kanina, example, no? So this is Facebook. So this is an example of a social networking site, www.facebook.com. So almost all, tanan siguro, taos kalibutan na Facebook. Gamay ra siguro na percentage ang wala. Okay, let's proceed. Let's do B, or number 2, bookmarking sites. These are sites that allow you to store and manage links to various websites and resources. Most of these sites allow you to create a tag, allows you to and others easily share them. Example is StumbleUpon and Pinterest. Bookmarking sites po, kung ato anang gamito ni atong mga website na paborito nato, dahil ma-bookmark na nato, no? So dali ra siya mapangita. So pinakasikat ani kaning Pinterest. Okay. So StumbleUpon, no? So manay example sa bookmarking site. Okay, so naay siya mga category. Okay, next. Letter C, number 3, social news. These are sites that allow users to post their own news items or links to other news sources. The users can also comment on the post, and comment may also be ranked. So example of it is Reddit and Dig. So that's social news. So karon na gani po yung Google News, then share it, murag na po yung mga news updates ang share it. Okay. Now, www.reddit.com. Letter D or 4, media sharing. These are sites that allow you to upload and share media content like images, music, and video. Example, Flickr, YouTube, and Instagram. So, media sharing type of social media ang YouTube and Instagram. Okay, more on mga images man siya and mga videos. So, www.instagram.com. Letter E, microblogging. These are sites that focus on short updates from the user. Those that subscribe to the user will be able to receive those updates. Sample, Twitter, and Plurk. So, www.twitter.com. Next. Last is blogs and forums. These websites allow users to post their content. Other users are able to comment on said topic. Example, Blogger, WordPress, and Tumblr. Okay, so www.tumblr.com. Okay, so those are the 6 types of social media. Okay, so we have already finished the number 1 trend in ICT, which is convergence, and number 2 is social media. So let's proceed to number 3, mobile technologies. The popularities of smartphones and tablets has taken a major rise over the years. This is largely because of the device's capability to do the tasks that were originally found in PCs. So malagi na, no, tawag na sa itong mga cellphone noon is smartphones. Okay, so mobile technologies. Several of these devices are capable of using high-speed internet. Today, the latest model devices use 4G networking LTE, which is currently the fastest mobile network. But as of this time, naanay 5G. Mas paspas pa kaysa 4G or LTE. Next. Okay, so mobile OS. So may operating system yun ang mga laptop o ang mga desktop, no, mga personal computer. So ang mga cellphones or ang mobile phones na po. So types of mobile operating system or OS. 1 is iOS, used in Apple devices such as iPhone and iPad. 2, Android, an open source OS developed by Google. Being open source means mobile phone companies use this OS for free. So kasagarang brands sa mga cellular phones or mobile phones ron, ang gigamit na operating system is Android. Next, BlackBerry OS, used in BlackBerry devices. So, American brand ng BlackBerry, pero napaman yung gihapon siya, pero wala medyo nalupigan sa ubang mga brand, no, na cellphone. Pero so, ano ni, no, mahalon po ni sa una, mura po ni og iPhone. Okay, then Windows Phone OS, a closed source and a proprietary operating system developed by Microsoft. So, po ni OS sa mga Microsoft, nag-develop naman ang Microsoft po og mga cellular phone siguro, or sa bagay. Ang Microsoft is well known man sa ilang operating system for laptops and PCs, di ba? Then, another mobile OS is Symbian, the original smartphone OS used by Nokia devices. So, ang Nokia, gamit nila na operating system is Symbian. Then, Web OS originally used in smartphone TV, no? So, kanang mga smart TV ron. Okay, and last, Windows Mobile, developed by Microsoft for smartphones and pocket PCs. Okay. Then, number 4 trend in ICT is assistive media. It's a non-profit service designed to help people who have visual and reading impairments. A database of audio recording is used to read to the user. Okay, sorry. So, assistive media, from the word assist, no? So, alalayan. So, para ni sa mga PWD, no? Aron, dili gyapon sila maawahi sa ICT.
So that ends our lesson for today, class. So sa mga wala na to ma-appeal o discuss ani na video, ayaw mo kabalaka kay ato ara gyapon ang ma-discuss sa mga sunod na video. So mga additional information naman po nang wala na to ma-discuss. Okay, so thank you and God bless.